everyone, what is going on? My name's REBALANCE and welcome back to the channel. In today's Payday 2 video, we're talking about the brand new Payday 2 open beta that has just launched and will be running until Monday. I'm going to break down all of this beta, talk about all the different parts of it and what you can expect in it, and give my thoughts on some of the changes that are being made. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video and start by rolling the intro. So like I said in the intro, this is an open beta that will be lasting across the weekend and only this weekend. But before I break down today's beta announcement, there's something I do need to talk about with regards to the beta that happened last week, because when the update was released, update 203, some changes to weapon stats were made preemptively by accident, and so we've had a sneak peek of some of the parts of the beta already. So it's well worth me just taking you through those very quickly before we get into the main beta post. Let's start with that. As you can see on screen now, I'll scroll through all the stats. There are changes made to the Shimano 88 pistol, being rate of fire and damage, changes to the AMR 16's ammo pickup rate, the weapon kick for the Mark 10 submachine gun, rate of fire for the Bronco, ammo and ammo pickup for the Akimbo Compact 5 SMGs. The Contractor 308 sniper rifle has seen its rate of fire, weapon kick and damage change, all of which for the better. The Grom sniper has also had a changed weapon kick, whilst the Akimbo MP40 submachine guns have seen their ammo and ammo pickup rate increase. The M308 assault rifle has also seen a similar ammo pickup improvement, and HE rounds no longer grant a bonus to minimum fall-off range, and the maximum fall-off range has decreased to 62 meters from 115 meters, so basically halving the fallout range of those HE rounds. Additionally, both Flechette and Dragon's Breath rounds no longer grant a bonus to minimum or maximum fall-off range and use the default from 20 to 50 meters. So those are the changes last week, and so now we come to today's beta launch. We're looking for your feedback regarding some weapon tweaks we've been working on over the last couple of weeks, and we've tweaked some stats on weapons such as ammo pools, ammo pickups, and rate of fire. This is the first beta we've done in quite a while, and it's also the first gameplay and meta changes we've done in a while. We didn't want to make changes to the game where people would feel it deviated from the core experience too much. We've tried to address the issue of weapons for different categories not feeling different enough, and in the beta we introduced range-based damage multipliers, where the range in which you use the weapon will affect the damage you deal with the weapon. All the weapons will have an optimal range where they perform roughly like you were used to, but some will be better past that range and some will be weaker past that range, and a few weapons will be better below the range. If you want to know more about the changes, please visit the Payday 2 forums, which I'll get to in a minute, where you can also find the links to the feedback survey and the full changelog, which I'll leave in the description. Overkill want you to download this beta, have a go of some of the gun changes, and also report it via the feedback link, which again will be linked below. But how do you get into this beta? Well, they've left a very simple guide on the Steam post for those of you who don't already know how to enter betas, because all you have to do to get access to the beta is go into Payday 2 in your Steam library, right click and click properties, head to the betas tab, and then select the beta you would like to opt into, being open_beta, at which point there'll be a brief download, and then you can get into the game running the new Payday 2 beta with all of the weapon stat changes. What exactly has changed in the beta? Well, let's look over at the Payday 2 forum now, where the post goes into far more detail. As some of you know, the meta in Payday 2 has been the same since 2017, and in some cases even longer. A lot of the weapons are underused, so let's try and fix that as best we can. To change things up more than just tweaking ammo pickups and change damage, we've created a new system, and we call this system Damage Range Multipliers. This system will apply different damage multipliers depending on the range between you and your target. This will hopefully change up the meta and make the gunplay feel interesting, and the goals of the system are to first off differentiate weapon archetypes and damage categories, next up to expand the pool of viable weapons, thirdly to establish new playstyles with these weapons, and finally to enable more design space for future weapon releases and tweaks, which we've already seen in the fact that this most recent Geofeng Smuggler pack already changed up some of the archetype stats compared to guns of similar archetypes with the weapons that were released. We then have some examples of how the new system works. So if a weapon is stronger than 100% of its base damage for a specific range, it will most commonly also be weaker at some range at the opposite side of the spectrum, whether that be in close quarters or far ranges, because yes, weapons can go above 100% base damage. We've also introduced a new hit indicator, and it displays the lowest point of damage. The percentage of damage lost when it comes to the lowest point of damage will differ between weapon archetypes, and all this is derived from the weapon's archetype and category within the archetype. So not only will it differ between weapon classes, also the archetypes we've seen previously, the typical ones being high damage, low ammo, low damage, high ammo, and somewhere in between, they'll all have unique hit indicators and damage range multipliers. There's some serious change here being made to these guns to try and encourage more varied styles of play, and I really do appreciate that. But they do also make clear that these aren't the only changes they'll make, and that based on feedback you all give via the form that again I will link in the description, things will change based on what people like and dislike about this beta, so don't worry, nothing here is final. Other than the new damage range multiplier system, we've also made some significant changes to the weapon stats to compensate for the changes in power that come with the system. So here below is a full changelog of those changes made in the beta. Changes made to ammo pickup, recoil behavior, fire rate, total ammo, damage, and range. Let's break down each of those 6 things. First off with ammo pickup. Now, while exact values may differ slightly between weapons, we have had the high damage DMR assault rifles increase their ammo pickup from 1 bullet to approximately 2 to 3, which is something I've thought is a personal big issue with those weapons and why I haven't been using them recently, because the ammo was just too scarce. I'm not going to read all the changes in this section. You can read them for yourself to see exactly what's been changed for which weapons, but one thing I will pick up myself personally is that LMGs have had their ammo pickup reduced, which kind of makes me a bit sad because that was such a powerful weapon for me. But to be fair, ever since they were buffed with Reservoir Dogs, it was quite clear that LMGs were a powerhouse of a weapon class, perhaps more powerful than most other guns in the game. So this is a good trade-off to make sure they are still powerful, but not a crutch for players like me to always use when you want to do any kind of heist. And I'm also not surprised at all the underbarrel ammo pickup for the Little Friend rifle has been dropped, because when I was playing with it a little bit to do my Scarface video last year, I did notice the ammo pickup was extraordinarily high, so this is not a surprise to me. But let's move on next to recoil behavior, and as you can see, there are 4 changes made to recoil. In particular, LMGs, some assault rifles and sniper rifles, and the Mark 10 submachine gun have all seen changes made to the way their recoil works. Try out each of these guns for yourself and see what you think of these recoil changes. We've then got some changes to fire rate. So first off, low damage sniper rifles have had their fire rate increase from 160 to 240, but then we've also seen that all different types of pistols have had their fire rate increased, that being low damage, medium damage, and high damage. Whatever pistol you use, that fire rate just got faster. So if you combine that with the pistol skill you can get to increase fire rate by 50%, you're going to find your pistols are firing a heck of a lot faster. Next up, total ammo. Again, the exact values may differ slightly between weapons, but the before values are roughly averages of what the weapons in that given archetype had for their total ammo. But across the board now we can see that akimbo submachine guns, whether they're of low damage, medium damage, or high damage, have all seen their ammo increase at base. Once again, combine this with either the Hitman perk deck and or the akimbo skill that increases your total ammo by 50%, and you've got some really high ammo reserves for these submachine guns. And additionally, the Little Friend 7.62 assault rifle has seen an increase in base bullet count. Again, really good, because when I was using this again for the Scarface video, I found the ammo count on the assault rifle was shockingly weak, but because I was having a high ammo pickup with the grenade launcher, it didn't matter because I could just keep firing grenades at all the enemies anyway, and that would help me survive. So now you get a bit less grenades for ammo pickups, but you've got a bit more ammo to play with as well, so it balances out, and I really do appreciate that. And then finally, for damage and range, I'm going to combine both of them on screen because there's only one damage change, that being the Shimano 88 having its damage increased from 35 to 37. But for range, we've seen some special ammo types for shotguns no longer affecting the range at which the weapon is effective, Flechette and Dragon's Breath. And additionally, the high explosive round ammo type for shotguns will have the range boost decreased from 70% to 40%, and the AP slug special ammo type for shotguns will have their maximum range boost decreased from 250% to 115%. Okay, a lot of changes made there, and I wouldn't blame you if your head's kind of spinning from all the stuff I've had to read out, because to be honest, I've read it all out, I've read it to myself, done it for this video, and I still don't think I've taken everything on board. The beta does end on Monday, and I've got to say I am a bit disappointed in Overkill for not giving us a bit more time with this, because a lot of guns have changed. There's a lot of changes here, and I myself am making this video now. I'm making a video for my other channel, The Cosmic Vortex, for One Division tomorrow, and then I've also got a pretty big video for you lot coming on Sunday, so I don't even know how much time I'm going to have to even try out the stuff in the beta, which makes me sad because I want to give my thoughts on it, but I'm really not going to have a lot of time to do so. I would personally like to see it be about a week long, or maybe a week on Monday, a little bit longer than a week, to give people real chance to try out these guns, mix up with some builds, have a go, see what they like, see what they don't like. Either way, this won't be the end of the beta overall on Monday. There will be future changes made to it, so it won't just end on Monday, but I would have liked a bit more time with each leg. That's just me. But that is just my opinion, and you all may disagree, and feel free to tell me so in the comment section below, because of course my opinion is not the only one, and I wouldn't pretend to behave as if it was. But either way, those are all the changes in the Payday 2 open beta, so if you're interested to have a go of some of these guns, see how the changes might affect your state of play, give a go of them, and if you don't have a lot of time like I don't, just try the things out that interest you the most. But either way, what do you think about these changes in the open beta? Let me know down in the comment section below. Do you like or dislike some of the changes? Do you think other things should have been changed? Or do you think some of the changes are too drastic and should be altered? Let me know all of that and more down in the comment section below. But that rounds off this video breaking down everything in the open beta for Payday 2. So as always, if you have enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up to let me know you've enjoyed this content and are looking forward to more. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, feel free to do so to stay up to date with all Payday 2 and Payday 3 content for all platforms. It's quick, it's free, and I'll always love you for doing so. As mentioned earlier, I do have another channel if you want to check out some non-Payday content. That's just if you're interested in it. Feel free to hop on over there and get ready for a breakdown of the finale of One Division Series 1 that'll be coming probably tomorrow now. Either way, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all this Sunday with something pretty big. I'm really looking forward to getting it out there, and I hope you all enjoy it when you see it. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all very soon with a brand new video. Until then, look after yourselves, stay safe, and enjoy the beta.